Okay, good morning. My name is Anthony Kiplimo, trainer at Kenya School of TVET, Department of Electrical Engineering. Okay, I'm going to take you through the risk assessment matrix. What is this risk assessment matrix? Risk assessment matrix is a tool that is a visual tool that organization use to evaluate the potential of risk to happen. For example, in my chart, I have some risk that is likely to happen. Then the other column I have the likelihood, they have the severity, how the risk, how heavy the risk is going to impact on somebody. Then I have the risk level, then I have the control measures, then I have the review dates. So here I have my first hazard as a slippery floor. Then the risk is about to slip or falling into injuries. How would the likelihood of risk to happen? Maybe high or moderate. Then the severity, you have the moderate about the how slip somebody is going to fall. Then risk of level is medium. Then the control measures, maybe you can apply some use of anti-slip mats. Then here I have my review date. Then number two, about the electrical equipments, the risk that it can pose to somebody is about the electrical shock or fire. What about the possibility of this electric shock to somebody when operating maybe in a workshop? The possibility that is going to happen. Then when it's happened, what about the impact that is going to pose from somebody or rather to someone who is operating in that workshop? That is maybe severe. The level of that risk of electric shock could be either high, for my case here is high. Then the control measure, what are these controls that I'm going to apply to prevent that electric shock to happen or rather fire? That is ensuring proper grounding of earth to machine or rather to sockets that can cause shocks to someone operating the machine or rather using the sockets. So the other thing is about lifting heavy objects, maybe in a workshop, lifting machine, that is when you want to move a machine from one position to another. Then what are the risks when you are lifting that high machine? Maybe the risk that is going to pose on you, maybe you can experience some back injuries. Then what about when lifting the heavy object? The likelihood of a machine posing that back injury, it could be severity, it could be moderate or high or low. Therefore, risk level, it depends on severity. For this matrix, maybe is high. Then, how are we going to prevent this experiencing some back injuries? Is maybe preparing training on lifting techniques in a workshop or rather in an industry setup. You can use of machines to provide training or preparing training on lifting of techniques, e.g. use of machine providing training on working on. No, by use of machines, this is another point for working on greater heights. For example, you are working on a workshop, you have a faulty on maybe lighting, and it is very at a high position. Or are you going to work on this line that is at high? Maybe you can use of safety harness belts. Without using that, there is a likelihood that you are going to fall down. So the risk that is posed when working on greater heights is falling leading to severe injuries. Then when that accident has occurred, what are those risks that are supposed to you? Maybe the likelihood of you working on greater heights, what is the likelihood? Maybe you are going to fall. Then after falling, how severe the injury is going to pose on you. Then this level is high. Then how are you going to prevent the likelihood of you falling when working on greater heights? That is providing training on working on greater heights. That is by using of safety belts, harness belts when working on those heights. Then here I'm just concluding. Here I have a review date. That is 14th July 2025. Then last week class, What about chemical spills? Maybe in a workshop you have some oil, grease. So when these oil spillage has occurred, maybe the risk that is going to pose on somebody, that risk could be possibly high. And when you fall by maybe due to this oil spillage, what is severity of the risk? And then in this column, the risk that is going to be caused by chemical spillage, that risk could be either high. Then in my case here, the risk is very high. When you fall, maybe you can injure your knee or other the other body parts. Then control measures that you're going to apply, that is use of a sealed containers, and provide PPEs. And then this is a review date for these control measures for these chemical spillages and all that. So I think that marked the end of me leading you through the risk assessment matrix. So application of this one is maybe in an industry or rather in an institution. When you're having this, you're going to control and reduce the potential of risk and hazard that is going to happen. Thank you for listening to me. Let us meet next lesson. Thank you very much. Wewe ulikuwa umeuliza